What's up? How have you been? I think the last time I saw you was back in 2020 in December.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, December 2020.
Yes, 2020. Yeah. Life has been good. We're still grinding. As usual. Yeah. How about you? How's life?
I mean, still grinding as well. And it shows. I'm still grinding.
Yeah, it definitely shows.
It shows. But what do you mean by it definitely shows?
But you're the one who's it shows.
So it definitely shows.
It shows. I'm believing what you're saying.
Okay. But we resumed communication after the whole earthquake happened in Turkey, where you currently play. So where were you when the whole thing happened?
This matter. So I was actually sleeping. I was in my apartment. I was in Adana, so that's where I was playing at the moment. I was in Adana. I was actually with my teammates during that time. He was spending the weekend with me. I think we had some days off, so he came to visit, and then we were at my apartment. We were sleeping, so it happened around 4 a.m.
Okay.
And like I woke up, I felt the building was shaking, it was moving. Initially I thought I was like feeling dizzy because I've never experienced anything like this before. It's actually my first time. It was actually my first time I experienced something like that. So I went to the other room and I was like, what? I asked my friend. My friend was also awake by that time. And I was like, well, what is happening? And for him, like he has experienced something like this before, but it's not like really severe. Like the building was going left and right.
Yeah.
So he actually told me it's earthquake, and I'm like, wow, this is very serious. So it stopped, and funny enough, I went back to my room. I was actually going back to sleep. Like 2-3 minutes later, it happened again, and I'm like, this is not normal, because we could really feel the building moving left and right, and this was very scary. So I barged into my friend's room and I told him we have to go downstairs because this is getting serious. So we were at the 15th floor. We were supposed to take the elevator, but I mean, when things like this happen, you don't have to take the elevator because you can get stuck in it and stuff. So we used the staircase and we went down. And when we went down, that was the moment I saw that this was actually serious, because you could see families, kids, like they're running downstairs, going to
running for safety. It was chaotic.
Yeah, they were going like far away from the building, because when the building collapsed, it can fall on people, and everyone was running for their lives.
But did your building collapse?
No, so it didn't. So so when it happened, we went out. Sorry, I was having a call. We went out. We spent some hours before like going back to the building, and it was actually scary to stay there. So I had to pack my things. My friend also has to take his things, and we went to the training facility. I mean, where we train. We went there to live there for some days, and after some days later, I went back to the apartment, and on the staircase, the building didn't collapse, but on the staircase you could see cracks on the staircase. Yeah, it was that serious. So
how have you dealt with it?
I mean, life goes on. I mean, considering people who lost their lives, anytime I talk about this, I get chills, and especially our friend Christian Achu. It is very sad. I mean, between me and my friends, every time we have a conversation, we talk about him, because we were like this. We had this connection. We were always on a video call. maybe playing games online. And days before it happened, we were on a video call with him. Even when he played his last game, he scored, but he was very happy and all. And something like this happened, so it was very sad.
May God rest his soul.
Yeah.
So I know soccer took you to Turkey, but before then, had you heard anything? Did you even hear anything about Turkey? Or it was just purely soccer motivated?
It was purely soccer. I mean, football. You keep saying soccer. It was purely football. I was living in Austria for 5 years. I was playing in Austria for 5 years. After I moved to New York for I think 6 months, and I had the offer to come to Turkey. I mean, I wanted new challenges. I wanted new experience. So yeah, I had an opportunity to come here and try it out here. So it's just purely based on football.
So how long have you been in Turkey now?
So this is my second season now. I'm going to my third season.
Okay. So 3 years?
3.
Okay.
2 years now. So
okay, you're not going on 3. Okay.
Yeah.
So every footballer playing outside of Ghana has this unspoken responsibility of upholding the flag of Ghana. So how do you feel in your case, being a footballer playing in Turkey? How do you feel about representing your country on an international
level? I feel very proud, very, very proud, because there are a lot of footballers from Ghana who are also representing Ghana in different countries, and even in Turkey there are a lot of Ghanaian footballers there, and I've also had a chance to represent Ghana in like world stages, represent Ghana. When I was in Austria, in New York, and to move to Turkey, it's a proud moment for me and for my family, and I think it's a good thing for me.
So speaking of family, now you have a son. You have a new addition, a new addition to your family. So how does it feel being a new father, a first-time father? What's the feeling like?
It's been a journey. It's not easy, but I'm very proud. I'm very happy. I love my son so much. It's not been easy. From the first days, but he's now 3, and I'm really happy. I'm really enjoying it.
So you being a footballer dad, you having a family. Where does family fall in everything? Because I know being a football player is no piece of cake. You have to travel the world. You have to train at odd hours and everything. So where's the place of family in all of these things?
So at the moment we don't live together.
Okay.
So of course we are gonna work through that, but we don't live together, and they do visits. Even before, when I was in Austria, like when we have international breaks or something like that, we have some days off. She visits. I also visit. So
you said he visits.
Yeah, the mom and
your fiance and
our
your
son.
Okay.
Yeah. So they do visit me, and anytime I have the chance, also we see each other often. So that's not the problem actually.
You make your work.
And yeah, the only time maybe when we are together and the season is going on, then maybe the only time they won't see me at home is when we go to on away games, and yeah, but these are one day and I'm back home. But whenever we have some free days, we have some mini vacations, I always spend it together with them. So
do you see any characteristics of yourself in your son? Do you see any traits, any similar traits?
I do. He's a bit stubborn though.
Just like you.
I am not stubborn. I am a bit stubborn. So yeah, I can understand. I see these things in him, and even at this age, he loves to share. He's a giver. I could really see when he has something, he loves to share with the people around him, even at this age. And when I see these things, it makes me proud, because in some ways I like to make people around me feel comfortable. I like to give. So yeah. So when I see certain things like this, And I'm also seeing he loves football, and he likes to play with me. So I'm seeing this
Is
in
it
him.
something you're forcing on him, or you legit
We are not.
see?
Actually, we are not.
Okay.
We are not. And so, I mean, he has a lot of football. He loves to play, actually, because whenever they are with me, like, he loves to play with me, and like, them at this stage, you just like throw the ball for him, and then he shoots, and he loves it. And even when I'm playing, I mean, they have had a chance to watch me on the field, and every time he's talking about it, like, he even knows the team I play, he even knows the names,
Okay.
he even knows if I score. Yeah, he knows all of these things, and you could see he has interest in it, even though he's young. But we'll see if he grows up and then he changes, then it's different. But for now, he has interest in football. Yeah.
Okay, and what are your personal goals as a footballer?
I mean, I am struggling. I'm grinding to have a better future for my family.
Mm-hmm.
It's always nice as a footballer to aim even to play for one of the big clubs around the world, to win trophies, to win like personal awards, and like win these things. But it all also comes down to getting enough of what you are doing.
Yeah.
When I say enough, like getting money from what you are doing, because this is my work. This is the only thing I know that I'm doing. So exactly. So I want to establish myself. Like I want to earn a lot to have a better future with my family. Yeah, and the people around me, everyone. Yeah.
God help you.
So my goals.
I mean, that's quite positive. That's quite positive. With every field comes its misconceptions. Even doctors face this, lawyers face this, teachers face this, and footballers. I know footballers also face this. There are a lot of misconceptions about football players. What are some of the things that you have personally heard people say about footballers in general? Some of the misconceptions that you've heard.
For me personally, what I have heard, I mean, they tag footballers as it's matter. So like they do tag us as, like, I mean, some, I wouldn't say everyone, but some, like, footballers are arrogant and like womanizers, like doing bad things, like outgoing. I mean, it's a lifestyle everyone has, like, not everyone, maybe some people are different, but when you tag like footballers as such, it's a Friday sort of
Yeah.
Everyone, maybe someone like this. For me, like this personally, I like to be indoors. I love my space. I really don't like to be around like people a lot, going out and stuff. And I know a lot of footballers who are like really good person, like God-fearing people, and they don't do all of these things like people like tag us with. So it's very sad hearing those things, but you can't do anything about it.
Have you been confronted about something like that? Have you ever been confronted about it? Okay.
No, I have not. I mean, if you meet me in person, if you're around me, you know how I am, so you won't even tag me as such.
So what if I'm not around you, but then maybe I see a picture or two, and then I assume this is who you are? Have you ever faced something
exactly
like that?
Like that's what people are getting it from, because a lot of it you don't even know the person in person, like you don't even know how he is, and you just see a picture, maybe like a hairstyle or something like that, or how the person is maybe flaunting his cars or his I don't know, with around friends, and then you just assume this person is like this, but it's not like that. So you just have to know the person before tagging the person as such.
Okay, so how long have you been playing?
Since I was a kid. I've been playing since I was it 8 to 9 years?
Professionally?
So, I mean professionally, since 2014 because I was in a football academy back in Ghana. I signed my first professional contract with this academy, and we played in the Ghana Premier League before I moved to Austria to sign for Liefering. So since 2014, yeah.
Since 2014.
It's been a journey.
I know it's been a journey. I think the first time I got to know about a footballer called Samuel Tetteh was in 2017 when you were playing for the African. Was it African Cup of? Yeah. That was when I got to know Samuel Tetteh. Yeah, that was when I got to know. I mean, you've come a long way. You have come a long way. Have you always wanted to be a footballer?
Yes. Football has always been my dream, my passion. I know nothing else apart from football. I mean, since I was a kid, when we were a bit stubborn, you go out, go and play with your friends. So whenever you now you feel yeah. I mean, it's been there since. Even sometimes go to school and you don't go to school, you just dash somewhere and go and play. I mean, it's always been my dream to become a footballer, and it has really paid off.
But you do know some people actually venture into football because their school or on a holiday. That's like Charlie, I'm being pie for her. But with you, would you say that was the case, or you were actually a good student, but this was a passion you wanted to pursue?
No, that wasn't the case for me. For me, my mom, especially my mom, was really wild on me to go to school, and I was actually good in school. I was doing everything right. Mm-hmm. I never missed an exam. I passed my exams. I was doing good until the opportunity came for me to go to the academy. Even my mom was not in support of me playing. Yeah, so when the academy comes with even though you are playing, you are still going to school. So I was able to better my education, finish JHS, senior high. I was pretty good. So it wasn't the case for me I wasn't good in school and I have to play football at
So the academy came after senior high school, which is senior high school.
Yeah, senior.
That was when you went.
So we were in the academy playing, and at the same time going to school. So sometimes we go to school before we come in train. Yeah. Okay. So that's how it started.
All right. I've known you, or I knew you as a striker. Now you're a winger. What is the difference?
There's no difference actually. I mean, as a striker, they tag you as the main source of goals because you are in front, you are the goal scorer. Whereas the winger, you create, you can also score. I mean, it's all formed in the attacking area. So it doesn't make any difference. But then as a striker and a winger, they have like different jobs, but everyone can score on the pitch. So there are some who defend, there are some who create for people to score.
Okay, so how has your game evolved over the years, and what are some of the challenges you have faced? I mean, you're a versatile player. I believe whatever you're placed on the pitch, you would perform, be it defend, being whatever. So in the evolution of the game of Samuel Tetteh, what are some of the challenges you faced on the field?
So, it's not been easy. You face many challenges, such as injuries, such as maybe you don't get enough playing time and stuff. But for me personally, I think injuries has been a challenge for me. It got to a time I was really getting injured a lot. I've had minor injuries and stuff, but back in Austria, I got a career-ending injury, meniscus. I had to go operate it, so I had a surgery, and it took me out for 8 to 9 months.
Yeah, let's go back into that. It was after you had been given a contract or a sign up. Okay.
Let me explain like this.
Right.
I was with different. That's the second team of Red Bull Salzburg. So, like you start. I was very young. I was like I think 18 or 19 at that time.
Okay.
And I was in Liffrin. I was like really doing well. I even had a chance to go to the national team. We were in the African Cup in 2016 or 2017 in Gabon. So after the African Cup, and then they rewarded me with a contract for the first team, which is Red Bull Salzburg.
Okay.
So after the African Cup, I came back, and in the first week of training with Red Bull, I got injured, and then like it shows that I had a meniscus tear in my knee, so I had to go operate it, and yeah, it took me out for 8 to 9 months. It wasn't easy. I mean,
did it affect you?
People see it did actually, it did, because like I said, I've been injured before, like minor injuries and stuff, which you recover within days, but I haven't had an injury like this for me to go operate it, and it takes me out for like
almost a year. Yeah.
Exactly. So it wasn't easy. I went through a lot during the rehab. It was very, very difficult to come back. I mean, you see people that say you like come back stronger. You can come back like even stronger than before and stuff. It motivates you, but then I only know what I was going through because it was taking so much time for me to come back on the pitch to run. The months they gave me was 6 months. I should be already be running, and past 6 months, past 7 months, 8 months, I couldn't still run, and I nearly gave up. But then there were people around me who were motivating me, giving me a lot of examples that they have had other injuries that are worse than mine, and they even do a comeback, and they are even stronger than before. Yeah. So for me, it was the people around me, my family, the physio, one person in Red Bull who works there in terms of psychology for the players. He was pushing always pushing me through, and I was able to overcome it, and I was able to make a comeback. So it wasn't easy. I mean, people see the good side of our job. I mean,
all the glamour, the cars and the vacations and the big chains,
the car and stuff. The big change, but there's also the side, I mean, it's very difficult when things like this happen, and not only injuries. When you go to a new country, new culture, new people, new language. When I first went to Austria, I mean, they speak German, and I understand nothing. So they have translators who will translate to you. And to adapt to all of this, it takes a lot of sacrifices. So
yes.
I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy for us. So, but then we are. It's the job that we want to do. So we are into it.
It comes with it.
It comes with it, exactly.
Okay. So, what are some of your fondest memories on the field? Some memories you can never forget.
Oh, I have one actually. I will never forget was. In the Europa League, we played against Manchester United. I mean, United is my favorite team. Yeah. Maybe if you have forgotten, but United.
I remember.
Manchester United is my favorite team. I support them since I was a kid, and I had a chance when I was in last. We played in the Europa League, and we progressed further. So we matched against United, and we played against them, even though we lost that game 5. I was still happy. I was over the moon because playing against these players you always watch on TV, you support. I mean, it was a proudest moment for me.
So, who is your favorite on the Manchester United team now?
Marcus Rashford. Rashford is my favorite player now. Yeah.
So, always has been, or?
No, before. I mean, when we talk about all time, it's Ronaldo. I'm a Ronaldo fan. I love Ronaldo, but then in the Manchester United team, it's Rashford.
Rashford. Okay. Have you met him? Was he on the team that day when you were playing?
No, so that day when they came, he wasn't. He wasn't even on the squad. And funny enough, they didn't even play their full 11. They play like, I mean, they are all high class players, but then they didn't play their best 11, but they still whipped us
5.
So he wasn't on. Yeah, he wasn't on the team.
Oh, okay.
At that time, I think he was injured or maybe they rested him. I don't know.
Okay, and I know football has football has irrational fan bases. Football, I don't know, you have a fan base who can literally kill. So win or lose. I mean, they are crazy. Win or lose. How do you deal with your fans?
I mean, when we win, it's always fun because then you don't have any threat or I mean, like people. I mean, they're happy when they see you in town. They hail you and stuff. They send you good messages and stuff. But that's when you win. But when you lose, like people lose their mind and they come to your DMs to insult you and say other stuff. I mean, about your family and stuff. It's
about your family. So do you receive threats?
No, for me personally, I've never received a threat like maybe they want to do something bad to my family or to me. It's just like, maybe you didn't play good, you are the reason why the team lost and stuff, this kind of thing.
Those kind of things.
It comes with the job. I mean, I can understand. Even me as a footballer, I told you I support United. And anytime like they lose, like I get really angry and like I sometimes forget, means to be a footballer and I'll be supporting you. I get angry, like you'll be shouting. So I can understand the fans honestly because football, it's passion. Like people support with everything they have.
Yeah, I mean,
they come to the stadium,
comes with a certain spirit. Just that.
Yeah.
It's.
Yeah, I mean,
it's mad.
It is what it is.
I know. So
it is what it is.
Soccer aside,
I can understand their feeling when you lose and they are angry, but sometimes they go too far.
Yeah.
You can criticize. Nobody is above like criticism.
Did you ever face like a racial attack when, like, anytime you play, be it in Austria, be it in New York, be it in Turkey?
No, luckily for me, I've never experienced anything like that.
Okay, that's good then. So soccer aside, what do you do for fun? I know football is your fun. Football is your fun. But please,
what do you do? How do you define fun? What kind of fun?
Anything that gives you pleasure, anything that makes you relax, that keeps you happy in church and everything.
So for me, earlier I said like I'm an indoor person. Mm-hmm. I mean, I love to on my free time. I love to play video games,
soccer games.
I love to, but other video games, not only football, but other video games. I love to watch movies. I love to be on phone with my friends. We are always on group video call. And anytime my family are with me, I love to spend time with them, spend time with my son, go on mini vacations and stuff. So
what's a mini vacation?
Mini vacation. I mean, you go to different city.
Oh, okay.
I mean, go to maybe like sightseeing and all of this. Yeah. I love doing this because I'm not the type who you would see me at the club or something like that.
I know. Yeah. Okay, so we have people who came before you in football, venturing into entertainment somewhere in the middle of their career. Sorry, and we have some of them also at the end of their career venturing into entertainment. We have some of them climbing higher into different offices in football, like being technical assistants, being coaches, being whatever you guys call it. Do we expect an album from some Tetteh, maybe a love album when he's on retirement? Or
an album? No, I don't have.
But I know you like music. I know you love music.
I do. I love music, but I love people's music. I'm not planning on releasing even a single. Let's talk about
Okay.
So I know I don't have the talent for that.
Okay.
I love music, but then I mean, after I retire, I would really love to be in the football business, like on a football field. It can be like as a coach or as an agent. I mean, there are a lot of things I can do. I mean, in the football business, and there are also, I mean, different things you can do, like to invest in and stuff. So I'm working on that. I haven't decided on what I want to do, because sometimes it changes. Sometimes you have a plan, and then at some time, like, you have a different plan for something else. And yeah, I'm working on different things. So we'll see what
happens.
Yeah.
So what meal is Tetteh enjoying today? Today is a Sunday. So what are you enjoying in Turkey? I know you're not getting access to any local Ghanaian dish. So who did I?
No, unless these local dishes, unless you go to Istanbul. But
yeah, so what are you eating? Those Turkish meals. What are you eating?
Yeah, they are full. I mean, Turkish food. Anytime I want to feel like I'm eating something close to local dish, then I do Indomie. I cook Indomie for myself, and then it is close enough to Ghanaian dish. So yeah. But apart from that, there are a lot of other foods here that are really good. So yeah, I enjoy it.
Thank you for catching up with me.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.